Hi everyone, welcome back to Smarty Ink Workshop, where I make masks and crazy things and I fool with myself on occasion. Happy New Year. It's been a long time since I've made a video, I think about 3 months, and it felt good to have that break, although it wasn't really a break because I've been making a lot of custom works for people. So let's get to work. I have made demonic girl, I don't know, possession. She's disgusting. I love it. She's inspired by the movie The Evil Dead from 2013, I believe it was, the remake. And I gave her injuries which I saw in the movie and I just thought were so gross. So here they are. And I'm gonna show you step by step how I got here. I'm Sam if you're new here, and it's the Smarty Ink Mask Workshop. So let's get masking and make this chick. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell, tell your grandmother, tell your uncle, and let's get to work. And let's get started. On demonic possessed girl, victim person with some wet clay and our acrylic eyes. As always, I did order some demonic eyeballs, but they weren't here in time, so we have to deal with the regular eyes, which are creepy enough if you ask me. And I want her to have big crazy bug eyes, so let's get working on these eyeballs and try to make them really look like she's completely possessed. You know, the more I sculpt, I'm starting to realize how much quicker I'm getting at this. At the beginning, I used to take days on end finishing these sculpts. Now it's like, oh, 3 hours and I'm done. It's crazy. So practice makes everything way better. If you are a sculptor and you find that you're just taking so long, give yourself some time. I mean, I've been doing this now for 5-6 years, just sculpting almost every day, and you know, it took that long. So keep going. And let's get to work on these teeth, if that's what we're going to call them, because right now they look pretty busted. Let's get to work. We're going to use our little spatula knife and our rubber tip tools, because rubber tip edges are always the best for a small, smooth detail on wet clay. Now, because I'm sculpting this mask on a whim, I do have my inspiration pictures, but I'm not exactly sure how to convey them into a wearable mask. So you have to somehow have a plan, and as you sculpt, make sure that you consider like where the mouth hole is going to be and how you can blend it in and all the other details that you need to think about before you have someone put this on, because they have to be comfortable and they have to breathe and they have to function. So, things to consider when sculpting wearable masks. Okay, looking a little flat here, so let's build up some gum and some gross tissue that will be exposed because she cut her face off. And this will be fun because there's no real guidelines here. It's a bunch of gummy meat and goo, so it'll be fun. Let's get to work. This is the part that always gives me a little run for my money. The orbital area is always tricky, you know, like it can either be too protruded or too flat, and it just makes your sculpture look whack. So I'm going to take my time and add little bits of clay here and just build it up and make sure that it looks right, because I want her eyes to just look, you know, very natural but disgustingly creepy. And the best way to check it is a mirror, and also look at it from your profile and just take pictures and angles, and everything that's not there or missing or wrong will show itself. Just have to take your time, walk away, come back, and usually as soon as you step back to it, you'll see it right away. But it's always good to walk away. Alright, I'm going to add some finishing touches to this sculpture, and hopefully we'll just be done. And I can mold this thing and make a mask. I don't think that I will be showing the mold process of this mask because I've shown it many times, and if you want to see a mold being made, you can check out any of my other videos, and that'll take care of that. Alright, hold on. She's not gross enough. So let's add some nasty burns from like boiling water all over her empty side of the face where there's nothing going on. Might be too much, but you know, who cares? It's horror. Let's make it crazy. Here we go. Okay, this thing is disgusting. It looks like a child gone wrong, ready to instill the worst. So here we are. Here's the mold. I think it came out pretty awesome. You can see all the detail, and we need to move on to a mask. And here she is, just like that. A nice latex mask with all the details that we worked so hard on. So let's get to painting. Alright, we're going to start off with a sort of flat, muted skin color because, I don't know, for me I work best on top of a standard skin versus starting off with grays and this and that. Just my brain does not work that way, so here we are. And after this, we're going to add some gray shadows and other nasty colors to bring her to some ugly place. And after this gray, I'm going to mix a like pinkish blush tone, and we're going to add that. Unfortunately, the footage is not anywhere to be found, so you will see the result of the pink after it was added coming up. And as you can see, I've added it to all the burn wounds inside so that it appears to, you know, have exposed some raw flesh under the skin tone. And I've added it to the gums and in between all the crevices to bring out some life into this latex, because I mean, it's rubber. We need to make it look like skin, so it's going to take a few layers. Bear with me. Okay, the part I've been waiting for, the red bloody paint. So let's start giving her some bloodshot eyes because I want her to look disgusting, as I said earlier. And from there, we'll add it to the gums again and more crevice areas and just wherever it looks like she needs to be redder or just bloody. I will add separate blood from this batch later on with a pipette. Just drip it on and make sure that it looks like it's just kind of oozing. It won't get that effect with the airbrush, so that's why I wait till the end to do that. This mask is looking so good. I can't wait to add more layers and see where I can go from here. By now, anyone who watches my channel knows that I love me some pan pastel, so we're going to use her again, as always, to achieve our colors. And we're going to start with some probably blues and some purples and some yellows, and then finally at the end I will do the black around the eyes and wherever else she needs some shadowing. It's the only time I use black on these masks, is like when you're doing some horror thing that, it's pretty forgiving, because sometimes these pastels, if you just go overboard, you're done. Try and start over, because they will not come off. I never got a comment from anyone telling me how to remove them. If anybody knows how, let me know down in the comments. Also, like, does anyone else have the problem with when is enough enough? Like, sometimes you just don't know when to stop. Someone tell me, because I'll turn her into a clown. Alright, let's paint these eyeballs. I'm going for some like orangey, yellowy, whitey kind of demonic eyes. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of a browny kind of backdrop, so all the colors pop as I make it lighter and lighter. We are building up these irises with, one color at a time, all the while mixing glazes and thinners into our paints. Like right now I have some glaze with some yellows and some whites, and it's just kind of blending everything into the last color. I don't let the last color dry before I apply the next, so that they melt together and become sort of, marbly like an actual iris. And the hard part will be just matching the other eye. It might take me double the time just to get it to look the same. I've taken a dry brush and some sort of light brown ashy colored paint and done these brows in. It took about 2 minutes, and I don't even believe I recorded it. It was that fast. I've gone ahead and taken a pipette and just sort of gone in between all the crevices and squeezed in the red paint that I had mixed earlier, and just let it drip down the face to create that bloody appeal. And it's created another layer of dimension to the paint, which always to me makes it look more realistic and more high-end, a lot more high-end. And have you seen the mask at like Spirit Halloween? They make me cry sometimes. They're so sad. Alright, we're going to throw some lashes on her because she has already been epoxied, as you see the glossy eyes. So the paint is protected now. And we'll be done with this paint job. Here are the final looks. Honestly, this mask is very frightening and it might be my best work yet. I'm super proud of it and I hope you all enjoy the making of this demonic chick. She will be on Etsy for sale as always, so don't forget to check out that shop at Smarty Inc. on Etsy. And I will see you again with some other creepy, crawly something because this has been fun. So thanks for joining and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon. Take care.